What's up, Johnny?
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing well.
Are you ready for our second annual Halloween episode?
I'm very excited about it. And how about you?
Man, yeah, as ready as I'll ever be. I'm curious to see what kind of farm animal Stewart will be this year, but we'll see. It's just a Talking Heads episode.
The Invisible Man is who I am this year.
Sturt, we're going to let you go first, my friend.
What am I doing?
You're going to reveal.
Oh, yeah, because I probably have the lamest costume. That's probably wrong.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's got something involved, not his glasses.
You weren't far off, Johnny, when you mentioned a farm animal, I don't guess. And I'll have to give you the story behind this costume, too, because it does have a story.
Oh!
Wow, okay.
Wow. Wow. That is scary.
There's your nightmare, Johnny.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I really thought you were going to have like some cow hooves or, horns or something.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should go next.
Go ahead, Johnny.
We'll keep this animal theme going.
Uh-oh.
I'm a squirrel.
A squirrel. Oh.
In honor of Sturt the raccoon, I felt this was appropriate.
Oh, that is very appropriate.
And also Kristen, the rural squirrel, who we've had on the show before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen would really, really love that.
Oh, there he is.
Am I here?
Oh, man. Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
What's up, brothers?
You look more like Jesse the Body, though.
It is very Jesse the Body like. Yeah.
I don't have the Goldilocks back, but
yeah. He's the governor of Minnesota for Halloween.
Yeah.
I like it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Flippers Resell Podcast. We are coming in hot on our second Halloween episode. That's right, brother. Go ahead, brother. You understand what I'm saying to you, brother.
Guys, episode 87. Do not adjust your screens. There is a killer bunny. There is Hulk Hogan. There is a squirrel talking to you. But it's just us. The second annual Finders Flippers Halloween episode. We're going to talk shop a little bit. It's not going to be all fun and games. We're going to talk shop. Guys, I have a surprise for you at the end. So stay tuned, guys. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, guys. Let's do this. All right, so let's dive into what we were talking about. Happy Halloween, gents.
Happy Halloween, guys.
No makeup this year.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. I've got to...
breathe.
I got to get this bunny out of my office for a second. Ow! 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 Oh. All right.
He's okay.
I can't see with the bunny in front of me.
I didn't think you'd make it the whole show in that thing.
Well, it's like looking through the eyes, all the little lights. It's like, I feel like a grasshopper or something. I mean, it's all those like little cells or whatever.
I just really wanted to hear the bunny talk about Tennessee auction laws.
Yeah.
That was it.
Go ahead, brother.
So any big Halloween plans for anyone?
This is it.
This is it. I've already done it with my granddaughter. We went to the boo at the zoo at zooknoxville.com. Visit Knoxville.com.
Visit Knoxville.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a hayride with my grandson the other night in Oak Ridge. They had their like pumpkin fest, or I guess it was a trunk and treat, and they had a hayride and a pumpkin patch. So we did that the other night. But our neighborhood's having a hayride on Halloween night. Then I think the whole neighborhood's going to kind of trick or treat. So it'll be like 200 kids going from house to house. Of course, Amy goes all out. Do y'all get many trick or treaters at your house?
A decent amount. I mean, for some reason, a lot of kids have moved in this year. Families with kids have moved in this year. So I think this year will actually be pretty busy.
So are y'all team full-size candy bar or team like small candy bar?
No, full size.
Okay, see, Amy is too, and I'm fine with that. But we bought, so when we moved in this neighborhood, almost 20 years ago, there were literally our 4 kids and maybe 10 or 12 other kids in the neighborhood. We were kind of the first young people at the time to move in. Now I'm almost 60, but so they'd still do that 4th of July parade and the different things, and be like, 12 kids there. This last year at the 4th of July parade, there were probably 250 to 300 kids. And I know last year Amy bought 200 candy bars and we gave them all out and had to shut the light off. So she thinks she bought 75 more this year. So we'll see how long they last.
Yeah, we don't get that many. We get like 40 to 50.
Oh, yeah. We have to use our home equity loan to buy candy. So it's,
do you just talk to all the kids about reselling and then you write it off as a tax?
Hey, I have not thought about that, but that is a good idea for this year. Did you know if you take half this candy bar and eat it and take the other half to school? Yeah, so we are looking forward, though, to having our grandson here and doing the trick-or-treating with him, because we haven't really trick-or-treated in many years. I told Amy, now I can be like the parents who come. Every year we get these parents who just run up from a car. My kid's in the car, but I'm getting candy for him. Yeah, right.
Terrible. Yeah. Mm-mm.
So
I could be Hulk Hogan in Eggy's house, do a run by.
So were you a big wrestling fan when you were younger, Wes?
No, this is all my wife's doing. She wore the other Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster, to the and I'll put the pictures up right here, to the boo at the zoo. So she was the regular Hulkster, and I was Ozzy Osbourne. So they passed away, 3 days apart. So we just kind of put those two together. And so I was Ozzy walking around, and she was the Hulkster walking around.
Did you guys paint your face to look like ghosts?
No, we did not put that feature in. But Melanie's, she's blonde anyway, so she had that hair wrapping around, and I'm walking around with her, and I had people ask me, "Are you with the Ramones? Are you the Undertaker?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not the Undertaker." And he said, "Who are you?" I'm Ozzy, and I had an Ozzy shirt on. So, but yeah, they really loved seeing Melanie. Her costume was great. She had the wrestling boots and everything, the whole 9 yards.
That's cool.
Do you think we should talk a little reselling a lot tonight? Because, Johnny's super fan, Max Dawson, was none too happy that we were having a Halloween show this week.
I know, we're already 14 minutes in, so that's going to be a thumbs down.
Well,
now we have already talked about some initially, even with the screen. True. The screen's off, so we are definitely talking reselling.
We are
reselling. This is a great reselling outfit. I could sell this. See? Talk to me.
Oh, speaking of, so I was going to tell the story behind my mask. So
yeah,
this actually was, we played stab and grab or dirty sand or whatever you want to call it at these Tennessee reseller meetup, and this was what I stole with every intention of wearing it in the podcast. So
it worked out perfect.
It just shows resellers are cheap, thrifty, whatever you want to call us. But I got this for free as part of the stab and grab. So yeah, shout out to Rocky Top Picker and everybody else who put that together. Thanks for the mask.
I am going to need photos for a thumbnail.
Oh yeah, we can. If I can see my camera,
and we're all going to do this to start.
So, yeah, we'll kick off the podcast, the reselling portion of the podcast here with some big news. I had another sell in Depop, and it was not a hand fan.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, you're busting it out, Sturt.
Yeah. I busted the algorithm wide open.
I bet.
I got out of the hand fan rut, and it was actually a shirt. It was a Vineyard Vines shirt that I think had a Texas whale on it. I guess Vineyard Vines has the little whale, and it had the Texas flag inside the whale. So,
okay, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm kicking it on Depop now. That's 3 sales. and
No
however
wonder
many
you can give
months since
out.
I've been reinstated. I'm averaging like a sale a month now.
No wonder you can give out 275 full candy bars. You got that Depop money.
Thank you, Depop. So
he's going to be doing a commercial behind you, Johnny, real soon.
Yeah.
Here at Franklin Hill Ventures, we don't give the fun size candy bars.
Yeah.
We give full size.
and it's all thanks to Hand Fans and Depop and the occasional Vineyard Vines t-shirt. So
This Halloween brought to you by Hand Fans.
Hand fans.
I want. Is there a major hand fan corporation we could reach out to?
Johnny, just bend your head down a little bit, act like you're eating something. Dude, that's hilarious.
I even like that it has a blow-up tail.
It does have a blow-up tail. I didn't notice that. Yeah. Is it a flying squirrel or no?
After a long night out.
Yeah, a real squirrel's going to be jealous that you have that.
Yeah. I should show up. I should do like birthday calls,
Yeah. I like it.
Although the fatter I get, the tighter this head is.
you should have shown up. You had your squirrel costume, a beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Disgruntled squirrel.
Now, Johnny, you said the fatter you get. Have you had this costume for a while, or?
Yeah. This has gone through many different Halloweens.
It's an old family heirloom, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this is all my wife's doing, so she hooked me up this year.
I'm not against at some point getting out of this, though.
I understand.
I feel like a pig in a poke. Remember?
He kept making that noise of the fan going, air blowing.
Clark from Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. Clark? No, that's not
That's
right.
right.
You win. Well, he didn't know that. You didn't know that, brother.
So real quick, I don't know if you've read or heard any of the other people talking about the eBay promoted listings changes that are coming January 6th, I think it is.
Yeah, was it that or the 13th or something? But
yeah,
it sounds like if you have promoted listings, they're going to charge you for it.
Yeah, which so on one hand, like when I promote something, I kind of plan that it's going to sell promoted, but I will say it's not like eBay just automatically charges you, because about half I'm about half and half. Half the stuff I promote everything, but half the stuff I sell right now doesn't have a promoted listings charge. The other half does. And we're talking about just standard promoted listings, the ones you don't pay till you purchase. And for anybody who hasn't, I think most resellers have heard this, but if you have been under a rock, basically starting sometime in January, they're changing it where before the person who clicked on the promoted listings had to buy your product to get charged the promoted listing fee. And it was in like 30 days. Yep. They've changed it. And this just seems kind of crazy, and I like their justification of it, which is like, it makes it easier to report on it or something, but in any case, now if Wes clicks on my hand fan on eBay to buy it, or clicks on it to look at it and it's promoted, it'll remember Wes clicked on it. But if he never buys it and then Johnny clicks on it, 20 days later and Johnny buys it, even though he found it like organically, it's going to charge me the promoted listing fee because Wes clicked on it. Yeah. Which, I mean, it seems on the surface, I mean, I know they have lawyers who've looked at all this and I know it's legal. I mean, but it just seems, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm not going to quit promoting stuff, I don't think.
No, and I feel like, I mean, it is kind of annoying. I would say I looked real quick at like our last 30 sales, and I would say maybe 8 of them were promoted, and we have everything promoted. But same as you, I kind of just assume every sale is promoted, even though clearly it's not. I for some reason, I don't know if it's like this in other niches, but anytime any platform does anything, the sky is falling.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's people who are gonna, I'm never promoting again. I'm gonna stop selling on eBay, whatever. I mean, I look at my business, across everywhere I sell, and as long as I make a certain margin, I'm happy. And
Yep.
my goal is to make between a 35 and a 50% margin. Which is probably way above what you could make in a retail setting.
Yep.
So is that extra 5 or 6%, whatever I promote at, is that going to kill that margin? Probably not. So I'm probably not going to change anything I do. It's still just, it definitely seems like a money grab by eBay though. I mean, they can explain it any way they want to, but there's nothing about it that makes sense from a buyer standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell me just because Wes clicked on it. Well, I guess you can make the argument. Okay, Wes clicked on it. It jumped it up in the algorithm for you. So you're paying some, amount for Wes putting it in the algorithm. So Johnny
But
can
is
find
that
it.
what happens?
No, I don't think so. But that's going to be, that's the only argument I could see that, because otherwise, I mean, Wes clicking on it should have no bearing on whether you found it searching for that specific thing and didn't click on the promoted listing.
I could literally go through there, your old accounts, and just start clicking away. Click, 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 click. I mean,
it's how you sabotage people.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to get Johnny this month.
Johnny, I'm going to run your tab up,
But I mean, like I've said before, I mean, there's a lot of things about promoted listings that bug me. I still do it because I mean, I tried not doing it, and it does seem like I sold less. So,
how long have you both been promoting yours? How long?
For a good while
Always.
now. I mean,
yeah.
So
always.
And
I
used
started in the last year. I haven't. The first couple years, I didn't do it. I started doing it in the last year.
And I don't. You do? Do you do 5%? You said, Johnny, at some point.
We dropped it to 3%.
Okay. See, I'm doing 6% right now. So one thing I may play around is dropping it down to like 3 or 4%. Just since I probably will be selling more promoted stuff. And I've mentioned this before, the only other thing that really bothers me sometime about promoted listings is, I do everything that, eBay tells me to. I mean, call me a sheep. I promote, I do, pictures a certain way and this and that. But then, I'll have something out there I feels like a pretty perfect listing. And when you search for it, there'll be 37 other listings above mine that have upside down pictures and, one grainy, fuzzy picture and a picture with a foot in it. And, so why eBay tells you all this, but then when you search, it brings up all this crappy stuff that, has everything they tell you not to do. So comment if you have any explanation for why it seems to work that way. That's probably my biggest complaint with promoted listings is organic listings that are crappy a lot of times seem to appear above good promoted listings, not just mine, but other ones too. So
I wonder how far down people go. Like if you're looking for an item, like how far down will you scroll? Or does it depend on the item and the total number of listings of something, because you probably sell more unique items than I do.
Yeah. And I will play around with.
Think how you scroll.
Yeah, a lot of it, if I'm looking for something, say there's 20 listed, I'll look at all 20.
Mm-hmm.
But if I am looking for a red shirt, I'm not going past the first page, if I even get that far. So.
But, if you have all these people on eBay promoting their listings, you're still getting pushed. You know what I mean? If you have a lot of it on there.
So we're in some kind of eBay boot camp. I don't even know what it's officially called, but we got an email and they reached out to us and we're doing some kind of, it's not really remedial, but it's some some kind of group thing through eBay. And the guy that's our coach through, again, whatever this thing is, said if you're top rated, promote at like 2-3%. That's it. The suggested rates when they get to 9, 12, 16%, he's like, those are for people that are like, what is it above standard? Is that what's below top rated?
I think so.
He said that's for non-top rated sellers, which we thought was interesting.
So let me just, out of curiosity, so I have a Route 66 trucker hat listed. So if I just put in Route 66 trucker hat, let's see how far. So I'm not in the top 4. Oh, there I am. I'm number 5 though on the list, so not bad.
And you did what, 4%?
I did 6%, but interestingly enough, so the 4 above mine are sponsored, so they're promoted. The one it's showing is not the sponsored listing at number 5. I assume since it doesn't say sponsored below it, that's my organic
Mm-hmm.
one, and it's not. Yeah, so I'm in the top. I would have been in the top 10 that it shows before it gets, because you have your first, it's like it shows the results, and there's 10 of those, then it says picked for you, and it shows another bar, and that's top selling items from trusted sellers. My hat does not show up there, so I must not be trusted seller. Of course, it may know that it's me too, so since I'm logged in as me. So anyway, I may do some playing around with searches this week just to see, like, sample a bunch of my items and see how they're appearing. And
it's probably good to do that. Do your own little research and keep up with it. That's not.
I do think
idea.
it's, Stewart, you kind of joked about it before, like being a sheep, and we all are, because here we are, like, promoting, doing all these things to help the algorithm, but really none of us know what helps the algorithm. We have like a consensus of what does, right? Like we assume if we do this, it helps, but we really don't know that at all. And so eBay probably just sits back and just laughs and is like, dance puppets, dance, because we're promoting and, I don't mind selling low dollar stuff because it shows eBay I'm active, and like, okay, you do that.
Well, it's just for every the D-list relist is a good example. I mean, for every podcast or person that tells you to D-list relist, there's another podcast that tells you, eBay says not to do this. It's more about going in and just tweaking your titles to get good SEO, or optimize all your listings. And D-list relist actually hurts you because it removes all your watchers, and so. Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks they have the answer, but nobody except, the master puppet in eBay actually has the answer.
Well, we're not saying either way. Okay, you just do what's best for you and your store, because we've talked about this before. We're all different, and we do different things. You all been promoting probably since a lot longer than I have. But each seller has to do what's best for them. And it sounds like, there's changes constantly coming
always
that they put up there. And you just gotta finagle and try to figure out the path that's best for you.
We turned off free shipping and offers 3 months ago, right? And the last 3 months consecutively have been our best 3 months of eBay ever. I'm 99.9% sure it has nothing to do with turning off offers and free shipping, but it just correlates to the same exact time. So therefore, that must be what works, where, it's probably just more of a coincidence.
Right.
Yeah. And I was getting ready to say, I mean, that's one thing I know for sure is it's not going to sell if it's sitting in my garage. That's one thing you can 100% say with certainty. So I tend to look at it, rather than taking the time to delist, relist, I'm just going to list 10 more things out of my garage. Now, I will say one thing I've been doing here lately is sorting my spreadsheet from oldest to newest of unsold things, and like taking 10 items a day. And I haven't been delisting, relisting, but I've been lowering the price a little bit, maybe changing the promoted listings a little bit, running the title through, something to make sure that it's got good keywords in there. And I've done that on all the platforms I sell on, for those items. And I've sold a fair number of those items, most of them on eBay, but some on some other platforms too. So I do think tweaking a listing or changing something about it can help push it some. So
do you think it moves it at all when you do that?
Well, I've sold a fair. I mean, these are things going back to, some of them are going back to like 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So 5-6 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I've probably sold 10 to 15 items that I've touched. So yeah, that's another good thing. If for anybody watching, I mean, what are your thoughts on all this stuff we've talked about? Delist, relist, just touching items, just promoting in general. What helps you the most on eBay, Etsy, any of the platforms you sell on, as far as moving your items?
It'd be neat to also, Sturt, to look at if you went and touched like 10 items and then versus 10 that you delisted, relisted, and see what happened over the course of a couple of weeks. What happened to them? A little scientific experiment, I guess.
And I've done a few things like that. I took one day, I took everything that I listed that day and promoted it at eBay's suggested promoting thing, which was between 8 to 12% on all those items, which, the delta between 6 and 12 is not that much when you're talking about that percentage. But that did not seem, and it's hard to say because it's maybe just the stuff I listed that day was crap. Maybe that's why it didn't sell anymore. But I didn't really see a bump in sales on those days I did that versus just when I promoted the 6%. And I used to do it 5%. And then I don't know, I read somewhere that, if you go to 6%, then you're separating yourself from the people. A lot of people do 5% and 6 is kind of so I don't know. I may try going back down to 3 or 4% just with this change coming, knowing that you're going to have more promoted listings sell. So
yeah, and I think part of us like lowering the promotion, I feel like I heard that same exact thing. It's also like you also have to kind of leave a couple things in the chamber a little bit. Like if you're going full discount, free this, promoting max, like when things are rough or slow, like you don't have any other options left to try. And I know maybe that sounds a little silly, but like we know historically February is our worst month. Well, we'll probably turn offers back on, at that point and just be able to still play with things. Where if you're just running sales and promoting and doing all, like it's almost too much.
Now, we focused on eBay, but do you promote on any of the other platforms, Johnny?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I tried the Poshmark promoted closet.
We've heard horror stories.
Talking about throwing money away.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sell now. Granted, the stuff I sell is not like big sellers on Poshmark, but and usually if I try to do something, I'm going to stick with it for 35, 40 days so I promoted it. I think I tried it. I've done it like 2 different times. One time I did it like a lower percentage and I'd got no more sales than I normally did, which is not very many on Poshmark to begin with. So the next time I did it, I thought, well, they recommend you promote at this level, which is some astronomically high amount. So I said, I'm going to bite the bullet and just try this for, I think I said 45 days. That gives it a month plus half another month. And I mean, I literally just wrote them a check for that, 45 days. And really, I will say I probably sold a few more things, but I didn't come close to selling what I was promoting at.
Yeah. I feel like, with Poshmark being at 20% and then you start paying to promote, like at that point, I'm calling Samantha and Molly and they can just consign my stuff for me and they can take all the pictures and just, I kind of, it's funny, like Poshmark being at 20% kind of like sets the bar for as high as I'll go paying fees, right? So like I didn't really mind promoting at 6% on eBay because it kind of put with fees in line around 20%. And so like I'm fine there, but like going higher than that, or paying, I mean, Poshmark, you just pay to promote whether it works or doesn't. And that's just, it gets expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'll ever try. I don't sell enough on Poshmark. It's, just part of my cross listing flow. Poshmark adds like hardly zero to the time, so I'll keep listing there. And I do occasionally sell things. I do like Poshmark from the standpoint, if something's been out there a long time and somebody does lowball offer you on Poshmark, at least as long as it's above your cost of goods sold and whatever the fees are going to be, you can sell something for cheap and still make a profit on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Poshmark, eBay. Like Etsy, you don't sell on Etsy, do you?
No.
Yeah. So I mean, for anybody, they do more of just, it's kind of like Poshmark, but you pay like a certain amount per day, and I have it set to whatever their minimum amount is. And I just, every time I list something, I say, yeah, add that to the advertising budget or whatever. And
yeah,
to be honest, I don't really understand that much how it works, but I sell quite a bit on Etsy. So
yeah,
I sell a lot more than I promote at. And I never promote.
Ever pull out the donation box? You ever pull one out and donate stuff? Because you were talking about Sturt, you were looking at like some of your stuff is like 5-6 years old. Do you just let it all ride? Do you ever donate it? What do you do?
Right now, I just let it ride. Now, Amy and I have talked about we may be moving in the next couple of years. I mean, it's not going to be like real soon. And if we do, we'll probably be downsizing. So I'll probably change my listing strategy some at that point. And at that point, I may have a purge. But yeah, for the most part, I just let it ride. Most of my donation now comes on the front end of things. Like if I'm buying out a estate or buying box lights at an auction, I'll have, trash pile, donate pile, list pile, that kind of stuff. So, I will donate. I mean, I always have a donation bin outside my office here that Amy and I both just throw stuff into. And, so we do donate, but right now I don't ever really pull something off. Now I'll pull stuff off every once in a while and take it to the booth to like give it a new outlet to sell.
I'm trying to pick though where I don't have anything I have to worry about trying to call out. You know what I mean? I'm just wanting to hit it on the front end, just like what you're talking about when you call stuff out when you buy a big bulk buy.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time more than what I have to, I guess.
It's harder to
front end.
When you're doing a lot of bulk buys, you're going to end up, having stuff you got to call out versus, if you're going to yard sales or estate sales and just buying individual items, you can weed it out before you ever comes into your house. But
yeah, we, and then, I mean, Macari, I don't put 2 seconds worth of, the only reason we're still on Macari is it's just easy, like you said with Poshmark. I mean, it's one click and it cross lists, so whatever. And in fact, Vendu doesn't even, the auto delist doesn't work on Mercari anymore. So if you sell something on Mercari, you have to manually take it down off other platforms. But for the 2 things a month we sell, it's not really a big deal. We did have promoted listings on Depop, and I've thought about going back to it, but
yeah, on Mercari this month, I'm running a 60% margin. Of course, I've only sold one thing at $19.99, made a profit of $11.66. So, it's 0.4% of my sales. Macari is for the month of October. It's going to be right there with Depop was 0.0% since I had not sold anything on Depop, but I sold that shirt for just about the same as what I've made my sell on Macari. So Depop's going to be up there. After our sale, Wes did after our show the other night, Wes did over 5% of my sales for the month. So.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys have a good time?
Oh yeah,
we did.
We did. And I mean, I would call the show a success. I mean, Wes kind of badmouthed his stuff before the show, like he wasn't going to sell anything, and I think you sold as much as I did.
Yeah, I wasn't bad, man. I just felt like I didn't have quite the genre that you had, like the Beatles and.
Well, I was really I thought that the Beatles records would generate a little more interest. I sold the one Sergeant Pepper's. I mean, I wasn't going to start them any lower than 10 just because I can take them to the booth and sell them for probably 12 to 15.
Johnny, he sold the Beatles Sergeant Pepper's. I sold the Bee Gees Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we sold them like back to back too. So. But no, we sold quite a few as far as volume. Most everything was going for what we started at. I think Wes was starting his at 3, right? And I was starting mine at 4 for the most part. But yeah, we had, what do we have? Maybe like anywhere between 10 to 20 people in there most of the show.
Yeah, I think the most that I saw was like 20 people in there. And for us being together first time on that's really good. You know? But yeah,
are you hooked now, Wes? Are you just going all into live selling?
I mean, take it or leave it, whatever. I mean, I've done 3 of them now because I did a couple with David.
Yeah.
So, it's just having, for me, I want to make sure I have at least quality stuff and not just, it's got to be, for me, I think it's got to be worth somebody's while to come into a show. And that's what I was referring to, because I felt like Sturt's records, they were a little bit better than mine, what I had. But, we did have some of the same. There was a couple in there. But yeah, I like doing it. I like going back and forth, and like Stewart would sell 2 or 3, and then he'd flip it over to me, and then I'd sell 2 or 3, and you go ahead and get one more. I've got to look for something. So it gives you a chance to break because like when Sturt, when you're over there on Whatnot, you're constantly talking, and you don't really get a break,
No, I mean you run a 3-hour show by yourself and Whatnot, and it's like you're just filling time, and and I've never considered myself a huge talker, but I do okay, I guess. Just rambling on about nothing for 3 hours.
Literally though, the other night, Johnny, I think we went an hour and a half, Sturt.
Yeah.
It went like that. It was quick.
Yeah.
It's like we're sitting there talking right now, and we're just, hey, let me get this album up, and it was really good because it felt like one of our shows.
Yeah.
It was funny at the beginning of the show. I mean, I'd done a show and Wes had done a show, but I mean, it'd been a while since Wes had done one, and I'd never done one with a co-host. So I'd done a show like a week or 2 before by myself, but wasn't sure like how to get Wes's stuff in there and bring it up. So we're sitting there kind of like trying to figure out, and all of a sudden we hear this voice, sounds like God.
Yeah.
Just like,
can you hear me?
If you do, and so it was Kevin Commonwealth Picker. Yeah. I guess, just was checking in on the show, and I guess they can voice over, jump in on every show. So
like, who is that?
Shout out to him. He walked us through, and it was a big help.
Shout out, Kevin.
That's funny.
And but it was just funny. It was like, the God of Dibdit, all of a sudden his voice came overhead.
But he's like, you see this? Go down. Now click there and go up. And I'm sitting there just following everything he's saying. He took us right to where we needed to be. And then we were off running after 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it flows pretty well. Just having to remember, like, if you definitely, and this is, I think, what you talked about, if you forget to, like, if Wes thinks he's selling his, but I've got my thing on the stage,
right.
I mean, it would be pretty easy to make that mistake. I think there was only one time I looked down and we had the wrong item on the stage, and we were able to fix it real quick. I think it's, if you do a quick ad in the show, it automatically puts that on the stage when you finish adding it. If you want to add something while the other person's selling, you have to go to the catalog and add it there versus like the quick add button. So that's the one I think like Wes was selling something, and I accidentally put my item on the stage. So, but other than that, yeah, it was fun. And like Wes said, it went like that to do an 1.5-hour show. So
that's cool. Well, Wes, for you, it's hard to get the quantity of inventory to live sell.
That's true. That is very true. I mean, I've pulled stuff that I've had for a while. Sturt's he's able to get out and mass quantity things, but
Yeah.
It is, but if you can get like in a show like that, if I had 15 to 20 good records, I'd feel really good about it.
Yeah.
Because at the time that you're doing it, like we were talking about, that hour and a half gets out away from you really quickly. It's like, wow, I cannot believe we've already been doing this long.
Yep.
But the banter and the people coming in and talking to us, and we're looking at the live stream and all that stuff, what's going on, and they're talking to us. And we did get, I think, 4 or 5 people to come on over and subscribe to us here on the Finders Flippers.
Nice.
Yeah, and Kevin said, yeah, go ahead and promote your lousy podcast or something like that. So we did. That's all right. We will.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. But Johnny, one of the last things I want to jump in this evening, Denver.
Yeah.
Have you gone yet?
No, that's not next weekend, but the weekend after. We had severe FOMO from Stewart, and I saw Consignment Chat's video where you guys all got to tour ARC. I know we talked about it, I think last week, Stewart, you had mentioned, and it seems like just really cool operation. But we had some FOMO, so we booked some flights, and we told Molly, and she yelled at us, and then said that we better be in Orlando for next year's trip. So we'll see.
She gave you the yell, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you do that and not go back?
Yeah, you could have just went with us, but you had to go to the Bills game. Yeah.
Y'all
what happened at the Bills game, Johnny?
I mean, we won.
Both been given plenty of notice
one.
for Orlando next year. I know Wes will have a difficulty with basketball in school, but Johnny, you should have no excuse. So
I'm going to try. I'm going to try as long as I got way ahead. Know what
I know too, Wes. Like we generally do it from I think we like Wednesday to Sunday, which. With Orlando, I mean, flights, you can get flights down there relatively cheap, so you could even take just a Friday off or something. But
right.
Of course, basketball might be, I don't know. No, basketball hadn't started yet when we go to that, really. So.
Yeah, it has. My first real game is this Saturday.
I know, but it's like the same weekend we went last year. No, we're doing it later. That's right. It's November. So you probably will. You just need to retire from basketball, Wes.
No, I can just block it off.
I guess
I did tell Molly that I was disappointed it was Orlando, in which I was told you should have been there to vote. So, touche.
We had a late night vote after everybody went to bed. It was kind of a coup, but
But no, I'm excited. We've thrifted out that way a couple times before and have always had luck. And Stewart, I know you guys talked about adding suitcases and you got crammed in the back of the car. So we just wanted to copy you guys.
Yeah, I mean, so on my Denver purchases, we spent $158.07, best I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, revenue-wise, we've made $607.60.
Nice.
And profits like $250 out of that. So now that that includes that 158 includes like the luggage we bought. I put that in this kind of into the cost of goods sold, and
makes sense.
So at least for the purpose of this calculation, but.
Where did you get a suitcase from?
We got one at the Goodwill bins. So it was, I think that one was $13.
They didn't just charge you like a flat for it. You had to weigh it.
Well, it's a heavy item. So it is by the pound, I think, but it was like a real low per pound.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Amount. And then the other one we got at one of the art thrift shops. And it was $2.99. It was like a $6.99 suitcase, but I pointed out how to rip on it, so they only charged me $2.99.
There you go. I did see that video, like I said, that Molly put out, and the guy that kind of toured you guys and talked to you guys, pretty cool. It was cool to hear a story and stuff.
Yeah, I watched that too. It was cool.
All right, guys, are you ready for this?
Well, do you have another installment?
Guys, it's time for Sturt and the Haunted Thrift Shop Heist.
Oh man, what I didn't realize. I know we talked about it. I didn't know
we
you'd done
talked
one.
about it. Johnny has pulled through and brought us a Halloween miracle.
Yes, guys. Of course. I'll have to send you the photos.
Okay.
Too good not to share. Look at that. Look at us.
Wow. Look at that.
Oh, somebody just came in here for story time too.
Okay.
Oh, yay!
He's just in time for Sturt the raccoon. A story.
Sturt.
Can you say hi to
It's everybody.
Johnny and Wes?
Hey. What's up, my friend?
Woo!
Think he's getting ready to go to bed, but
Oh, okay.
you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye.
You see yourself right here? He's just going to smile. All right. Good night.
See you later.
Hopefully,
You'll have to listen to the story later.
For the little one.
You don't want to stick around for the Stewart the raccoon story, Abby?
Sturt.
All right, I'm going to stop sharing because I think it slows me down.
You think?
Not me, my internet.
Oh, okay.
Guys, get excited for Sturt and the Haunted Thrift Shop.
I'm going to do what Johnny does. Here's what you do, Johnny. Here you go.
Are we ready?
Let's go.
It was All Hallows Eve, and Sturt the raccoon was polishing his top hat. He, Johnny, and Wes were heading to the spooky pop-up thrift shop called Boneyard Bargains. Rumor is, said Wes, they've got ghost lamps and skeleton clocks.
Oh.
Johnny shivered. I just want candy. He said, stuffing gummy worms into his shell.
He's all time eating.
Let's make it quick, Stewart said. I don't like haunted merchandise. When they arrived, the air was foggy and cold. The thrift shop was inside a creaky cobweb barn. A paper skeleton waved eerily at the door. They stepped inside. Old music played backwards. Mirrors blinked. Dolls moved slightly when no one looked. This place gives me the creeps, said Johnny. Then Stewart gasped. There it was, a glowing jack-o'-lantern music box from 1912. It still plays haunted tunes, he whispered. He reached for it, and poof, the lights flickered out. Oh no, you guys know what that means.
Marjorie Volpine.
Oh, when the lights returned, the pumpkin music box was gone, and written on the mirror in red lipstick, "Too slow, Stewart," signed MV. Marjorie Volpine, Stewart shouted. She had struck again. Suddenly, an old coat rack twisted itself into a shadowy fox shape and howled. A haunted fox illusion, Wes gulped. Or was it real? They searched the aisles of dusty hats and broken radios. Johnny peeked behind a curtain and found a glowing paw print on the floor. They followed the prints to the attic of the barn. It creaked with every step. In the corner sat Marjorie, lit by flickering candlelight. She held the pumpkin music box and whispered, I just wanted to throw a little scare into your holiday. But this trinket, she smirked, it hums in reverse. It might be cursed. Stewart held out his paw. Then maybe you shouldn't keep it. Marjorie handed it over, but as she left, she added, Happy Halloween, Stewart. You're braver than you look. Back at Granny's attic, Stewart displayed the music box under a cloche. It still played strange tunes, but Stewart just smiled, perfect for Halloween shoppers. Johnny munched popcorn, West adjusted his feathered bow tie, and outside a breeze carried Marjorie's chuckle through the trees.
Wow.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
I do love when it starts to generate all the illustrations, though. It's quite amusing.
Yeah. Well,
One day when AI really gets to where it needs to be, we can actually do a full length, cartoon. So
Yeah, Stewart, have you noticed, like, playing with ChatGPT, that it's like, oh, would you like me to generate this? And you're like, yes. And then it's like, before I generate this, would and like, yes. Oh, great. Glad to hear. Before I generate, like, just generate. And then it goes, oh, I'm not able to generate. And I'm like, what are you doing? ChatGPT has gotten dumber. It used to just fire off whatever you wanted, no questions asked. And now
I have noticed. So you have the paid version too, right, Johnny?
yeah.
So do you change the option to extended thinking or standard thinking?
No, mine goes to extended.
Yeah, okay. I've found it since they added that option, at least for for listing stuff, it seems to do a whole lot better job than it used to.
Yeah. I wonder if I should change it, like when I'm trying to get it to do something, if I should switch it to instant.
Yeah, I don't know if it may give you a crappy, story though.
Yeah.
You could just practice or try it, couldn't you, for an example?
Yeah.
See what happens to it.
Do you think that Sturt, Wes, and Johnny maybe end up at like the first Thanksgiving?
That would be cool. That would be cool. Looking for trinkets and stuff.
Maybe Sturt crashes his ship into Plymouth Rock.
And all his wares go down with it. You're China breaking everywhere.
Hey, Johnny, maybe you need to upgrade to the Pro model now. You can get research grade intelligence if you do that.
Okay.
I think it's pretty expensive, but hey, it'd be worth it to get a better story.
That's a good story, though.
Man.
You've pulled three stories now? Is that right? Is it 3 or 4?
4.
4. Okay, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't forget that classic War of 1812.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I forgot. Yeah.
We pulled that one out in the live, wasn't it?
So that was our last one, and that was a little while ago. I don't know if it gives you dates at all.
Where are we at on our numbers? We still at 441 on subscribers?
Let's see. We are at 444.
Oh, 444.
Yeah. Triple fours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're creeping, Johnny, closer to that moment. You come over and we're getting the bowling balls out.
Yeah, coming around the mountain.
I think you're going to have to include the bowling in a story at some point.
Well,
where you pull out your glove, and
when that time comes, we'll put the characters into some kind of a bowling. Maybe Sturt's trying to sell some rare Brunswick bowling ball.
Maybe to set up the 500 subscriber thing, we can get it to insert Molly, Samantha, and Libby into the story and give them characters as well.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone's welcome to be an animal.
Yeah.
Just don't be offended by whatever animal ChatGPT bestows upon you.
We have no control over that.
No.
So Sturt is a raccoon. Johnny, you are a squirrel. No, wait,
a turtle.
A turtle. And I am
an owl.
An owl, yes. It just picks.
Mm-hmm.
Just picks. Well, that was good, Johnny. That was a nice little surprise here to the end of our second Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm.
We packed this one full of reseller information, though. A little bit different than last year, wasn't it?
I know. We were supposed to talk about Halloween scary movies.
We didn't do that, did we?
What is just your favorite scary movie?
I remember mine as a kid. It was Friday the 13th. That one always kind of got me because, of course, I was, 11 years old it came out. So that one always got me. Sturt, what about you?
I mean, really, any of the first installments of your Friday the 13th, I liked. Halloween was really good, and even the number twos were usually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I thought it was good.
My dad said that Nightmare on Elm Street was the scariest movie he had ever seen in theater.
My wife likes Halloween movies as well. She likes those. I'm on the Friday the 13th.
What are they?
Halloween.
Oh yeah, the Halloween movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first Halloween I thought was really good. Then, I mean, as far as I also like the Scream movies; those are good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
what about you, Johnny?
I am a sucker for like low budget B horror movies. Where like there's just blood squirting, but like they're not even stabbing near them. Like I've always appreciated those. But I will say the Insidiouses always creeped me out.
Oh, that I saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like gore movies, the Hills Have Eyes, that one's good.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, did you know that I think it was Kevin Bacon that was in Friday the 13th? He was a young actor. I think he was in. I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Bacon. It was in the first Friday the 13th, I believe. It's been a minute though.
Yeah. Let us know what your favorite Halloween movie is, viewers. Yeah. So, or scary movie. I guess it's not necessarily a Halloween movie.
Well, gentlemen, that is all the time that we have this evening on episode 87, I believe. Is that correct?
87.
87. Our Halloween episode.
It was I can't really talk in this, but it was another great episode. We got a little reselling talk in for Max, and still managed to slip in a little bit of Halloween fun and mayhem as well. So, yeah, great episode. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir. Well, gentlemen, I hope your week is fantastic. Okay? I want to hear you. I want to hear you. Have a great Halloween, and we will talk soon.